Put a little bit of the rub, nigga, I gotta be safe.
Let's get to the sports talk.
There's been some things that have obviously changed since you've come back into coaching. One of them, this early signing day, you're preparing for a bowl game, you're trying to, lock up recruits. How has that dynamic changed for you? Are you a fan of it? Is it more difficult? What are the pros and cons that you've seen?
When we started, I was on the American Football Coaches Association board when we proposed this. And guys, what we wanted is for legacy kids that wanted to go to that school and wouldn't take any other visits to have a signing date early, and also the early enrollees. That's all we wanted, because we thought that would be fine to get those kids to go ahead and have a signing date and get it out of the way, because they know what they're doing. They know where they're going. And then the NCAA said we can't just have some sign. Everybody's got to sign. And now you really just have one signing date, and the second signing date is for a few guys that maybe they just weren't ready to sign, or maybe they didn't think they were highly enough recruited and they want to wait a little bit longer. But all of our signees are probably done in the first one. So I like the fact that it happens early, but for a new coach, it's a disaster because he doesn't have enough time to understand what's going on. And then secondly,
before the season started, everybody had North Carolina not making a bowl game. Mack Brown is a winning coach. He won a national championship with Texas. Now he jumped back into coaching with a team and know what their identity was. They trying to find something new to be able to create a new culture. And he created a new culture. You see how he is? He dancing in the locker room with his players. Your players gravitate around that. They see they coach into it. They see he's bringing that good energy around them. Everyone doubted this team and said they want him to be good this season. He changed everything because he brought his presence of winning to North Carolina. It's all had to start with you get a quarterback. He got him one. He just established his system. His guys buy in. The guys love the tradition that he's bringing, and that's dancing in the locker room after they win.
When you start looking at disrupting the playoffs for high schools, I don't like that part. I don't mind the official visits being in spring now, but Bobby, it's so much different when you were coming up and you waited till January and February to do your recruiting. A lot of it's done now in March and April and May. So I would rather have a signing date in June for those that want to get it done, and then have one in December and then have one in February. And I think everybody just signs when they want to.
Talking to Mack Brown with us, North Carolina's head football coach, getting ready for their military tilt against the Temple Owls. And Coach, another big picture item there, as you mentioned, coming back into college football. You sat in the same chairs that we did for a while here and looked at the landscape change when the playoffs started. How do you assess what the college football playoff has done for the sport so far, and where do you think it ends up going?
I think the college football playoff has been great, but I think it's hurt some of the other bowls. We don't talk about the other bowls enough anymore, and that bothers me some. Unless you're in one of the games at the end,
I get it. Everyone want to go to the playoffs and play for a national championship. You have to look at this as well. You still winning a trophy. You still winning a ring. Yeah, it ain't the national championship. Yeah, it ain't it ain't the playoffs. But you still winning something for your program. You still getting a championship ring out of it. When you win that bowl or play in the bowl, that help you with your recruiting class. Because they seeing that. Oh, this team winning. This team is playing for a championship. I would like to sign here. That attract a lot of top recruits to help build your program into a playoff team.
Now, a 10-2 team has had a bad year, so I don't like that. I think we've got to be careful. Secondly, I would like for the group of five to have their own national championship team. We talk so much about who's the highest rated group of five. the way the schedules are set, we're never going to have a group of 5 team in the playoff, in my estimation, because we don't give them that opportunity by schedule because of their leagues. And then what I would do is I would expand our playoff to 6 teams, so every conference champion would be in, and then 1 at large, and then probably cut.
They do need to expand it, because there'll be some teams that don't deserve to be out. There's some teams that deserve an opportunity to play in the playoff. Expand it a little bit, because anyone that win their conference championship, they in the playoffs.
About those games with the FCS schools that people just have in there that I'm not sure are safe even for the other teams, and give money. We're making enough money. Give money to all the schools that are having to play those games. Western Carolina is such, having to play Alabama the week before the Auburn game. Let's give money to the FCS schools and the group of 5 schools, but let's not continue to play those games.
Coach Mack Brown with us on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Coach, before we let you go, I'd be remiss. Listen, one of my favorite parts of this college football season has been seeing you post up and dance in the post-game locker rooms after some of these wins. So should things go well for you, can we expect to see more dance moves from you after this one?
Absolutely. The players started this stupid tradition of me dancing. I'd like for it to be coming to an end on Friday, even if we win. Very quickly, what we did is all the guys were telling their stories in preseason. Here's where I grew up. Here's what happened. Here's the best thing in my life. Here's the worst thing in my life. And some of the things were really tough. So I got Dre Bly, our young secondary coach, defensive back coach, Hall of Famer, just started dancing.
When you see your coach interacting with you, creating something that could bring the joy to the team, that could be able to vibe off his energy that he bringing, they love that tradition. They see our coach interacting with us. I see him dancing with us. And that made the players want to go in that field and compete for you every Saturday, because they see what type of guy you are, what type of coach you are, and they're letting them know, I'm here for you. I'm here to change this program. I'm here to take you to another level. I'm here to change everything here. I'm here to change the culture and establish my will on this team.
Contest before every team meeting. And I thought that was really smart. It's one of the dumbest things I've done all year, because they all told their story. I told my story. They all danced, and then at the end of preseason, they said, okay, you got to dance. And I said, I don't dance. And they said, no, man, all in, all inclusive. You said everybody, so you got to dance. And I said, okay, you beat South Carolina, I'll dance. I didn't think we were going to beat South Carolina. I'm walking into the dressing room after the game. I'm so excited for those kids.
So when they said, oh, we beat South Carolina, you going to dance? Look what happened. They went out there and won that game on the field. They went out there to compete and got a dub. And look what happened. He created a wave for them of dancing. That made them motivated enough to go out there and take care of business.
I'm so pumped. And then my wife says, you know they're going to have you dance. I said, no, that's 2 weeks ago. They've forgotten, man. So I walk in, ESPN's there, and they're going, dance, dance, dance. So 68-year-old guy coming off of a knee replacement with no music. I had excuses. I had them built in all over the place. And my wife said that's the worst thing I have ever seen in my life. Don't ever do that again. Well, next week we beat Miami. I didn't think about it. They said, dance, dance. So I'm actually trying to work on it now, so we'll be a little less embarrassing at the end of the year. But I'm trying to pass the torch to the assistant coaches for next year.
Coach, I think I speak for all of us on the outside when we say we hope that torch doesn't get passed anytime soon.
What's up? Thank you so much for watching ESPN on